Just bring us up to speed with what it is that you are seeing and hearing there, Sipha.
We are on the outskirts of Pretoria, the country's capital. Earlier on, the MEC for Health in Gauteng, Dr. Bandile Masuku, was here. This is one of the sites that is being prepared should the need arise for it to be used for those who would have died of COVID-19. I'm going to ask my colleague to show you the wide of this site. It has a capacity of about 24,000 grave sites, according to MEC Bandile Masuku. He says the biggest burial site is being prepared somewhere in Johannesburg, which is the hardest hit in Gauteng, as the province is set to become the epicenter of COVID-19 in the country. The numbers are increasing. It's got the highest number of active cases, and officials and authorities here are worried about that. Earlier on, there were people who were working here digging the graves. They are on a lunch break now. They will come back later to continue working because authorities say they want to be prepared. This is just a precautionary measure. They are trying to be proactive. They don't want to be caught off guard should the need arise, and they need more burial sites. But Health MEC Bandile Masuku, earlier on, speaking somewhere in Johannesburg, said they have about 1.5 million active burial sites that they can easily access and use should the need arise. Let's listen to what he said earlier on about that.
We are preparing over 1.5 million grave sites, and it's an uncomfortable discussion. You know, as a medical practitioner, it also becomes not something of my great topics, but it's reality that we need to deal with, and we need to be prepared, you know, and with all what is said, it's important that we remind our public that it still remains our responsibility to make sure that we don't get there.
An unsettling thought indeed. So how will this work? Because the site is in Pretoria, especially with some of the regulations of the lockdown. Does that mean it's only for people who are in Pretoria?
Well, basically, this is based in Tshwane, and the MEC was clear to say the region or the district in Tshwane is not one of the most affected for now. They are worried about Johannesburg, but they are preparing all over Gauteng. So should the need arise for these grave sites to be used in and around Tshwane, they will be used, but also from other parts of Gauteng, if it needs be, some people will be transferred here. So each and every district or region in Gauteng is being prepared. Earlier on, he said they are also dealing with one of the biggest burial sites in Johannesburg. They will be going to other districts and regions as well within the province. So basically, seems as if they've accepted the fact and the reality that death is upon us, and they're doing all they can to prepare for that eventuality. But still, they are trying to encourage people. They are drumming in that message to say people must take care. They must be extra cautious because COVID-19 is here. People are dying, and more people are dying and will die moving forward. So the province is basically preparing for the worst.
Pardon me if I missed this, but in terms of capacity at that grave site where you are, how many graves are they counting there?
Well, the site itself has got a capacity of 24,000. You know, it's got some of very few graves that are already here. I'm going to ask my colleague to show you. On my right, you will see that it's not the busiest grave site. I mean, the larger chunk of this grave site has been mainly reserved. It's not been used. So the actual site has got a capacity of 24,000, but there are already people who have been buried here. But it's just a small fraction of that. These freshly dug graves are the ones that are being prepared for COVID-19 cases, and they will be digging graves in phases. Today they are working. They will come back after the lunch break to continue dig here, and then tomorrow they will continue. But they say they will be guided by the numbers of people who are dying because of COVID-19 in this district or in this region of Tshwane, and then in other regions as well it will be a similar case, but they just want to have sites ready should the need arise for them to be used.
Let's leave it there. Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge in Pretoria. Thank you very much.